One man in Kaiser says he encountered the Mythic Beast.
8 to 10 foot, hairy man looking person. This is just blowing my mind.
It looked like a person.
It does not look like a person.
Diving into the legends of these bushy creatures, I found some evidence.
It had to have been running at least 2 to 3 times faster than I can run, and I can run fast.
Evidence that is hard to ignore and impossible to handle.
Give me the camera.
Whether lurking in forests or appearing on cameras,
there have been cases of Sasquatches going after humans as a food source.
Hang on to know the true story of Bigfoots that will creep you out. Idaho Bigfoot. When you're cycling fast and something suddenly appears in front of you, it can be frightening. Something similar happened with a boy in Hawaii who was training for a cycling competition in the woods. His experience was much scarier because it wasn't just any person or animal that appeared, it was Bigfoot. The giant ran right in front of him without noticing the boy. It seemed like Bigfoot was so frightened by something that it ran away from there in a panic. Seeing this, the boy quickly turned his cycle and fled the area. He'll probably need to find another place to practice, but he will never return to the woods. Sasquatch stealers. These group of friends decided to go on a camping trip in the woods for a week. Everything was going great until one evening, one of them spotted something unbelievable. 2 massive, hairy figures were quietly moving through the trees. They were sure it had to be Bigfoot or Sasquatch, so they grabbed their camera in a hurry. When they finally checked the footage later, they were shocked. The video clearly showed one Sasquatch proudly clutching a chicken, while the other wide-eyed Sasquatch was trying to hide behind a tree. Both creatures were enormous, covered in thick fur, and seemed just as surprised as the campers. The group quickly agreed they'd never go near those woods again. Backpacking Bigfoot.
Oh my word.
Oh!
That is,
It looked like a person.
it does not look like a person.
A group of hikers had an experience in 2009 they would never forget. When they first entered the woods, everything seemed normal, but then they saw a strange hut. It was made by cutting through trees and bushes in a rough way.
We wander up into the trees a little bit, and as we look inside, we find out that something...
That was the moment when some of the hikers started to suspect that something unusual was there. Soon their suspicion was confirmed when one of the hikers saw a Bigfoot on a distant mountain.
Oh my word.
Oh!
That
It
is,
looked like a person.
it does not look like a person.
At first, some of them thought it was just an animal, but when they looked closely, they noticed the giant had one arm smaller and one larger, which made it clear that it was something unusual. What it exactly was, or where it went, remains unknown, but most people believe it was Bigfoot.
That big wall. The bigger patch of the 3.
Bigfoot encounter. Someone told these YouTubers that Bigfoot had been seen in the woods, so they went there to confirm it. They searched deep in the woods for a long time but couldn't find it. They thought it might be just a rumor and were about to leave when something unusual happened. There was some movement in the bushes, and guess what? It was Bigfoot. They saw the giant, but it quickly fled and disappeared. Surprisingly, the YouTubers weren't scared and made a lot of effort to find it.
It had to have been running at least 2 to 3 times faster than I can run, and I can run fast.
But unfortunately, they couldn't. I would say they shouldn't have gone there. If it had become aggressive with them, it could have been worse. The Sasquatch. In Fort Wilkins, Michigan, a trail camera captured a huge creature moving through the trees. This footage is although very brief, but it clearly tracked its path until it vanished into the forest. I think this is solid proof of Bigfoot, as these creatures are rumored to blend into their surroundings when they want to stay hidden. What do you think? Could this be the elusive Bigfoot making a rare appearance? Hillside running Sasquatch. California has long been a hotspot for Bigfoot and Sasquatch sightings, and this footage might just be the reason why some guys were out in the wild camping when they noticed some strange movements in the bushes behind their camps. And upon investigation, this is what they captured. The creature in the video was a striking orange color and seemed to be either heading towards something or fleeing from it. At one point, it grabbed onto a small sapling. Some argue that the way it runs, with its long arms barely moving, hints that it might be a hoax, but the creature's impressive size makes it hard for me to dismiss it entirely. So guys, this footage definitely looks like Bigfoot on the run. Mexican Sasquatch. In a town in Mexico, several locals claimed they saw a Sasquatch near the woods, but one man didn't believe in such things and made fun of everyone. He went alone into the woods to prove everyone wrong. When he was coming back, he felt something strange. Then what he had never believed happened. A giant Sasquatch was right in front of him. It looked like the giant was searching for something to eat. He observed it for a while and then left. Now he understood that not everyone was wrong. Shocking Sasquatch. Sometimes if you hear strange noises late at night, it's best not to follow them. But this man didn't get the memo, and after hearing weird sounds coming from outside his home, he went to investigate out of curiosity. At first, he didn't notice anything strange, but then a creepy humanoid figure appeared in front of him. It was watching the man from behind the trees, looking like a living mummy. That was the moment he realized he had made a mistake coming there. He was super scared, so he quickly fled the area. Student Bigfoot. Well, college life is usually all about classes, exams, and late-night study sessions. But for YouTuber James Tucker, things took a wild turn when he claimed to have spotted a Bigfoot on his college campus. Let's check this out. I know, just like me, you guys are thinking that colleges aren't in the middle of the woods, and this fact made this encounter really suspicious too. To me, this Bigfoot seems like a human, with clear hoodie wrinkles giving it away as a likely hoax. And it's also possible that someone was trying to do a prank with the YouTuber. To make things weirder, the Bigfoot suddenly ducks down. Maybe it saw the camera or had a shoelace problem. Either way, it's a weird moment that made me question what's really happening there. Charging Bigfoot. In 2012, a hunter found himself in a situation that would give anyone chills. Deep in the snowy, remote woods, he spotted something massive, a Bigfoot. The camera caught his heavy breathing, showing just how scared he was as the giant creature locked eyes with him. For a tense moment, it was just the two of them, standing still in the cold silence. Then, out of nowhere, the Bigfoot charged straight at him. The hunter just barely made it out safe and sound. It's a close encounter that makes you wonder what else might be lurking in the woods. Colossal Bigfoot.
Oh, come on inside! Carly!
Here's another chilling Bigfoot footage that might convince you that Bigfoot is real. A mother with her children was lost in the woods when they came across a massive, furry Bigfoot moving towards them. The mother became really panicked and began screaming at her daughter to rush back to the car.
Oh, come on inside! Carly!
As the creature drew closer, it suddenly veered off in another direction, seemingly ignoring them completely. The whole thing was captured on camera, and it's hard to deny that Bigfoot might be more than just a legend. Bigfoot Duo. On one quiet day in the woods, some tourists were shocked to witness something unbelievable. They caught a mother Bigfoot clutching her baby really close. It was a rare moment, one more proof that Bigfoot is not just a legend. And just as quickly as they appeared, the Bigfoot duo vanished into the dense forest, leaving everyone stunned. And this brief glimpse of the mother and her child made me wonder how much more is out there, hidden in the wild just beyond our reach. Hairy Standoff. Some hard hats were working at a remote mountain range, surrounded by nothing but wilderness. That's when they spotted a mysterious dark figure standing in front of them. It was bigger than any person they have ever seen, and was standing there still, as if it was not afraid of the height.
It's kind of creepy. It's like a person's silhouette up in them clouds.
Those workers were truly convinced that it's none other than Bigfoot and guys. To be honest, they might be true, because only Bigfoot could appear this huge even from a distance. What's your take on this? Let me know in the comments. Jobby's Cascade Bigfoot. The moment you see it, there's no turning back. Bigfoot is out there, and it's time to start believing. On August 5th, 2024, a man was in the woods when suddenly he caught a glimpse of something massive, something not quite human. The creature, with its broad shoulders and thick matted fur, moves behind the trees, but not like any animal you've seen before. It's fast, powerful, and terrifyingly real. People who've spent years searching for proof now have it. Clear, undeniable footage that Bigfoot isn't just a myth. This isn't just another blurry video or questionable sighting, it's the real deal, guys. Mountain Bigfoot. A man went hunting in the woods, but saw something that completely puzzled him. He came across a strange-looking shelter. When he went inside, he found remains that initially frightened him. Then he realized a mysterious creature might be living there. He decided to investigate and set up a trail camera before leaving. The next day, when he viewed the trail camera footage, it captured exactly what he suspected. A beast-like creature could be seen in the footage. While it didn't come clearly in front of the camera, it was clear that this creature wasn't just an ordinary animal. Maybe now that man will never come back to this area for hunting. Canadian Bigfoot. In a small town in Canada, locals reported strange noises coming from the woods to the authorities. They set up trail cameras there to investigate the situation. Several days passed, but nothing unusual was captured. However, just when everyone thought there was nothing unusual, the cameras recorded something that puzzled everyone. Behind the trees, a giant creature was seen that looked like a Sasquatch. Unfortunately, it didn't come fully into view of the camera, so no one was sure what exactly it was. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Colombian Bigfoot. Even with all the research into Bigfoot, one of the most fascinating videos came from an unlikely source, a regular married couple. It happened on August 8th, 2013, when a couple from Gulf Island Rock were heading home from Port Renfrew, Canada. The lady suggested they stop for a quick hike, and just 60 meters into the woods, they spotted a big, hairy figure just a few meters away from them. The guy first thought it was a bear hunting for food, but he noticed it had a cone-shaped head. Not sure what they'd seen, the couple decided to head out fast when the creature started moving. And guys, watching this footage, I'm pretty sure they had captured Bigfoot on camera. Bigfoot chasing. Back in June 2001, some filmmakers in Prince Edward Island, Canada, got a surprise of their life when they were busy shooting a movie in the woods. Out of nowhere, a massive hairy giant burst into view, chasing a man.
What the? Dude, hold.
The man being chased was looking totally confused, but the Sasquatch stopped dead in its tracks when it saw the camera. The whole thing was so surprising, it got everyone talking. So, could Sasquatch really be out there? It's pretty creepy to think there might be these mysterious creatures hiding in the woods, just waiting to be found.
What the? Dude, hold.
Yeti Trace. This new evidence of the Yeti not only had people online losing their minds, but also made headlines around the world. In 2019, an expedition team trekking through the Himalayas in India witnessed what they claimed were the mysterious footprints of the mythical beast, Yeti. These prints were massive, measuring about 2.6 feet long. While the discovery sparked excitement and debate, there's still no solid proof to confirm the Yeti's existence. And here's another intriguing proof of Yeti's existence found by a group. It was a giant footprint allegedly belonging to Yeti. This huge footprint was reportedly dug up from the Himalayas. The sighting drew a crowd, all eager to see it up close. While some doubted the footprint's authenticity, it definitely caused a stir and sparked a lot of debate. Oregon encounter. Captured in 2008, this footage was filmed near the Upper Mackenzie River in Oregon, a spot known for Bigfoot sightings. The video captured a large, shadowy figure standing up and walking off to the left. The creature's size and movement suggest it could be Bigfoot. The location, famous for its mysterious encounters, made this encounter real. While some think it might be a well-crafted hoax, the area's reputation and the figure's impressive size make you wonder if we're really seeing a glimpse of the elusive Sasquatch. The Snowman? While exploring the Pyrenees Mountains in Spain, a group of adventurers captured something unusual on video. They were convinced it might be a Yeti, Bigfoot, or maybe a giant snowman. The short clip shows a massive, ghostly white figure turning its head in the snow. Resort staff looked into the sighting but found no traces. Now, the video has got cryptozoologists and viewers debating. Some think it could be real evidence, while others are calling it a hoax. And the answer could be anyone's guess, guys. Mexican Bigfoot. On a quiet Mexican mountain, something strange and huge appeared behind a building, sending the whole town into a frenzy. People ran from their homes, screaming that their town was under threat. Initially, I thought it might be ancient giants coming back, while others speculated it could be an alien, given Mexico's history with UFOs. Even with all these guesses, no one could confirm what it really was, but to me, what's certain is that this sighting must have revealed something no one was expecting. Bigfoot camping encounter. And now, look at this Bigfoot sighting that might just make you a believer. This footage, uploaded by NVTV on April 1st, 2016, shows a group of hikers who came across something truly unsettling. As they were hiking, their camera caught a dark figure darting behind a tree. The creature's movements were really quick and eerie, and when it peeked out, the campers started screaming and ran for their lives. The video is really shaky, which made many people believe that it's a clever hoax, but don't you think it's a real Bigfoot encounter? With all the hype, it's definitely worth checking out. Baiting Bigfoot.
I'm gonna keep dunking down for it, damn it. You don't like that light, whatever the hell it is.
A Bigfoot hunter was either loved for his guts or criticized for being reckless, but he had his own way of doing things. Instead of chasing Bigfoot, he tried to lure it in with bait. On the night of September 16th, 2014, in the thick Oklahoma woods, he put his plan into action. He left out a mix of fruit and meat, hoping it would catch Bigfoot's attention. And around 9:30 p.m., as the hunter scanned the trees with his camera, he spotted something, a pair of glowing eyes near the bait.
I'm gonna keep dunking down for it, damn it. You don't like that light, whatever the hell it is.
Those eyes were moving between the trees, like they were playing a game of hide and seek. Fueled by curiosity and excitement, he did something risky. He ran toward the figure. At that moment, he wasn't just hunting Bigfoot, he was on the verge of discovering something incredible yet horrible. Bigfoot evidence. Check out this drone footage that has made everyone talking about Bigfoot again. The video shows a thick green forest with no sign of anything unusual until suddenly a tree starts shaking violently. It's not just a little wobble, this tree was swaying like something huge was grabbing it. And guys, the forest was so dense that the camera couldn't get a clear view of what's causing the chaos. So even after having this clear Bigfoot evidence, some people are still confused thinking about the authenticity of the Bigfoot's existence. And watching this pretty convincing footage, all that I know is Bigfoot truly exists. Creepy clinger.
What is that? Is that a bear?
Two women set out to explore a forest and saw something truly bizarre. High up in a tree sat a small, strange creature clutching the trunk with a grip that seemed almost desperate. The creature didn't move at all, which made the scene more mysterious.
What is that? Is that a bear?
As the explorers went closer, they couldn't quite make out what it was. The video they took quickly went viral, sparking a flood of opinions online. Some people thought it might be a hurt honey badger, while others were convinced it was a baby Bigfoot making an unexpected appearance. The debate over the identification of this creature continues till today. North Carolina Bigfoot.
He's still up here, or something's up here. He's moving.
Back in 2019, a man went to spend time in the woods near his home in North Carolina. He hadn't gone too deep yet and was observing the surrounding nature. Suddenly, he felt some strange movement nearby and thought it might be an animal, but it was something totally unexpected. It was Bigfoot observing him from behind the bushes.
He's still up here, or something's up here. He's moving.
He was scared when he saw it, but luckily the giant didn't chase him. Soon after, the Bigfoot left and the man quickly returned home. After all this, one thing is certain, these mythical creatures are in fact real. Stalker Bigfoot. How does it feel to be alone in the woods, but feel like someone is watching you? A man went hunting in the woods, but was surprised when he didn't find them anywhere. Suddenly he felt movement around him, as if someone was stalking him. His suspicion was correct, someone was following him, but it wasn't an animal or a human, it was Bigfoot. Surprisingly, it was a gentle giant because it didn't harm the man. He understood why there were no other animals around and safely left the area. He must consider himself lucky because if it hadn't been a gentle giant, the hunter would have become the hunted. Unexpected encounter. Last year, a man went camping in the woods in Canada, but something happened that made him return immediately. While he was peacefully observing nature at his camp, he noticed a creature watching him from nearby. When he looked closely, he realized the creature was Bigfoot. The man was terrified, but he managed to record it on his camera. The video wasn't clear, so it was hard to see exactly what was in it. He shared the video online, and people gave different opinions about it. Some believed it was just a wild animal, while others believed it was Bigfoot. Leaping Bigfoot. In a small town in Russia, a woodcutter used to go into the woods to cut trees. He had been going there for years, but had never had any unusual experiences. But recently, he saw something there that made him never go there alone again. He first heard some noises around him, then saw a Bigfoot going deep in the woods in a weird way. It seemed like the Bigfoot was either running away in fear or had spotted some prey. Seeing this, the woodcutter quickly fled the area, or who knows, he might have been the giant's next target. Bigfoot? After seeing this, you might think that King Kong had come out of the movie. A man exploring deep in the woods came across an abandoned small house. He thought about resting there for a while, but when he got closer, he saw something that shocked him. There was a giant creature that looked like either Bigfoot or King Kong. He was terrified and quietly started observing the creature. It seemed like the creature had come out of the woods to search for something to eat. Luckily, the giant didn't see the man. Otherwise, the end of the story would have been completely different. Hanging out. In 2015, a hiker in Russia accidentally filmed something truly strange. As he walked through the dense forest, his camera caught a mysterious creature running between the trees as it really enjoyed hanging out in the bushes. At first, it might look like someone in a costume, but then it jumps over a fallen log, and the way its arms stretch out and its shape don't match up with any human outfit. The footage is shaky, but it clearly shows something extraordinary. Bigfoot or Dogman? You've probably heard the eerie tales of Dogman, a half-human, half-canine creature lurking in the shadows. But here's something that could make you question everything. A trail camera, hidden deep in the woods, captured something incredible. The footage shows a shaggy-haired face with big, bulging nostrils, breathing heavily. Some say it's a Dogman because the creature's large size and mysterious look are pretty convincing. What you all say, is it a proof of Dogman, or is it just another Bigfoot sighting? Or are these legends just blending together to make something entirely new? Guardian Bigfoot. Cameras are amazing, they can capture things that we often miss. Recently, a worker was driving his truck late at night at a construction site near the woods in Canada. Everything seemed normal to him, but then he felt an unusual presence around and checked his truck's dash cam for safety. The dash cam captured something that shocked him because it showed a scary beast-like creature. The worker left the area immediately and informed the authorities, who then placed remote cameras nearby. Surprisingly, the beast was never seen again after that day, and the mystery might never be solved. Carolina's hidden giant. In hilly areas, the cold air and the evening time create a wonderful view, right? A tourist in North Carolina had a similar experience. But besides all this, there was something else there as well. He saw a giant creature heading towards the woods from a short distance away. At first, he thought it was just an animal, but when he observed closely, he realized it was a Sasquatch. He should consider himself lucky because if he had arrived a few minutes earlier, he could have faced a serious situation. Bigfoot Scoop. Last year, something happened in the woods in Canada that unsettled the locals. Authorities found unidentified remains there, and after that, they closed the site to the public. The trail cameras in the area captured something that clarified how the remains ended up there. The footage clearly showed a huge Bigfoot examining the entire site. When it didn't find the remains, it shook the trees in frustration. Authorities began a search for it, but they couldn't find the creature. Since then, locals have been avoiding going to the site. Utah giant.
You okay, Brock?
A group of friends was doing practice in the mountains of Utah, but they didn't know that someone there was getting really disturbed by all this.
Whoa, that was a big kick.
At first, they didn't notice anything and went back home after finishing their practice. When they watched the video they recorded, they were shocked. In the background, an unidentifiable giant creature was running across the mountain. It had long legs and dark skin, which made it look nothing like a human. Then they uploaded the video on YouTube and people started giving different opinions. Some believed it was a Bigfoot, while others believed it was an out-of-the-world creature. Scary find.
The look, alleged young Sasquatch.
Last year, a man claimed that he found the body of a Sasquatch in the woods. It seemed like the creature had recently passed away because of its condition. He recorded a video in which the creature's scary face was clearly visible.
The look, alleged young Sasquatch.
He shared the video on online sites, and afterward, people gave different opinions. Some believed it was a gorilla with an unusual face, but gorillas aren't found in these parts, and others believed it was a real Sasquatch. Silent observer.
Complete segments of Todd Standing's filming of Sasquatch.
In 2022, an expert went into the woods to research nature. He spent a long time there and then saw something on his way back that he had never expected. A Sasquatch was observing him from behind the bushes. At first, he was scared, thinking the creature might chase him.
Complete segments of Todd Standing's filming of Sasquatch.
But that never happened. Maybe it was a gentle giant, or maybe it wasn't hungry. He stayed there for a while and then left the site. Surely this expert will never forget this encounter. Crazy chase. A tourist in Canada went camping in the woods and had a scary experience. He went a little way from his camp to explore the woods and suddenly felt strange movements. He started checking the area and out of nowhere, a giant Sasquatch was passing by. Surprisingly, the man wasn't scared at all and followed it from behind. Luckily, the giant didn't notice him, and after following it for a while, he went back to his camp. I'd just say that either this man was crazy or extremely brave, because not everyone could do that after seeing such a creature. Clear Bigfoot evidence. As we all know, Bigfoot has intrigued people all across the globe, pulling countless adventurers into the woods in search of proof. And guess what? They actually found it. In Bluff Creek, California, someone managed to capture clear footage of the elusive creature. The video shows a massive, shaggy figure calmly turning to face the camera. This was the moment they'd all been waiting for, seeing this creature they'd heard about for so long. So I hope this will make you believe in Bigfoot's existence. Here's today's subscriber's pick. Showing a lifeless frozen Bigfoot. And after doing more research, I found out that it was a Bigfoot that was preserved for 65 years. And guys, the story behind it is crazier. Back in September 1953, the speaker's dad found this massive creature in a swamp and had to cut it up just to get it out. While this Bigfoot isn't as huge as some legends say, it's still pretty big. Also, one of its legs is missing above the ankle. It's been frozen so long that it's desiccated, but it still shows its impressive build. Some think its foot size might change with age to help it blend in. The DNA testing was inconclusive, which added more mystery. So tell me guys, could this frozen Bigfoot be proof that these creatures are real?